Hey, this is Mr. Orris. Today we are going to try to use Canva to create a podcast. So we know Canva is a great tool for creating presentations and print media like posters and even videos, but it does not have an audio feature. So our goal today is to try to use the video feature to make like a mobile looking video as something that can be done as a podcast. So almost creating an album cover. And so they have all of these pre-made ones. If you scroll through and you can pick one that looks nice, and you can use this as your cover, and then you could change the text to say like Mr. Orris's educational. And I'll make this text a little bit smaller so it fits. All right. And obviously you can add logos and change logos, but this is the idea that this becomes your album cover. So then we'll go to uploads and we'll look to record ourselves. We, we can let it use our camera and microphone, but basically what we're going to do is we're just going to use the microphone. Down here you can see as I'm speaking, this is bouncing back and forth, and it's trying to gather my video. However, because I'm using Screencastify, I don't think it's going to be able to. But either way, we want to remove the camera portion and just have it be the audio portion. So I can kind of keep this little icon down here. Okay, so when I hit record, I get our little countdown from Canva. I'm going to introduce my audience to my podcast and my guests and start my recording. And as I speak, obviously, everything that is being said is being recorded. So when I hit done and save and exit, so what we'll see down here is we'll actually see that the video has audio attached to it, and you can edit within this. So if I right click and I split page, what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to remove sections of audio. So let's say I wanted to trim the beginning. Well, I can split the page and then I can come in here and we can delete that part of the page. Or if we wanted to split something in the middle, I could split the page, go to where I want to restart, split the page again, and delete what's in the middle. So this will allow students to create audio as a podcast with a video player. It can be collaborative. I could share this with a teammate by typing their email address, and I can even add background music. So if I go down here to audio and I find something that I think sounds good in the background of my podcast, I can drag this in and drop music into the background. So whether that is just at the beginning as like an entrance, or I want it to play throughout. And you can do the same thing with audio clips. Okay, so if I move my playhead over, I can right click and I could split the audio. So that way, if I just wanted the beginning, I can remove part of it. The other thing I can do is I can lower that audio. So I've got audio effects. Here's volume. I don't want that to be very loud because it's just background music, so I can lower the volume on it. Okay, there's other things. The audio effects give you fading in and out options, and you can even adjust your audio by moving it, by trimming it. Okay, so I think with those tools, you can create a pretty neat podcast project. And at the end, they could share it by either changing their settings and copying a link to give to their teacher, or if it's an assignment in Google Classroom, they should have the option to send that to Google Classroom. Uh, Here we go. So this probably is closer at the top for students, but what they would do is they would click on Google Classroom and then they would choose their class and choose their assignment that they want to turn it into. All right. And I think that would be a pretty good podcast project.